Here we go. More Dragon Warrior. Hero is done. Oh gosh, don't do that pose.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, so please tune in for that as well. What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future. Okay, let's see the first batch of headlines.
Escape from dire straits.
2 minutes until oxygen zero.
Help me! Please help me, Dante!
The latest entry in the The Somnium Files series is stirring. You are Kaname Date, a special agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game.
Wow, why does this game look like it was on like the
to
Wii?
investigate Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche. And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment. Everything you learn will bring you one step closer to the truth. Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams to rescue Iris. No Sleep for Kaname Date from The Somnium Files launches on the Nintendo Switch system July 25th. Unleash the supernatural.
Is this like Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner? Yeah.
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay.
I remember this on, I think it was the
Set
PS2
in the capital
maybe?
city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective.
Or maybe it was the DS.
But unbeknownst to others, he also fights
I remember
alongside
the
demons
look of
as
the
a
guy.
devil summoner. To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases. Fight in real-time battles alongside demons you summon. Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. demons can also be useful outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Rido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Rido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, launches on Nintendo Switch June 19. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Consume darkness. With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck.
Oh
Who
yeah,
is
this is the
spherical
game with
stranger,
Pac-Man.
moored in a mysterious, maze-like world.
It's like a
Your
new
battle for survival
dark
begins.
Pac-Man remake.
As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world.
Yep,
By
and they went back
examining
to
your
his original
surroundings,
name.
You can phase shift and combine
Puck-Man.
with Puck to explore areas you couldn't reach before. But tread lightly. The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to unleash powerful attacks.
Gaia.
By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance
Looks like
your
a gear.
abilities. Work to uncover Puck's
Xeno.
true goal and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo Switch July 18th.
It does look interesting, I'm not gonna lie.
The rhythmic march
I'd
begins.
probably play it. Oh, interesting.
Remasters of
Patapon?
Patapon and
It's a
Patapon 2
PSP
are
game.
drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle. Play your drum to the beat and give different commands to the Patapon army. For example, Pata 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 Pon advances them forward, while Pon Pon Pata Pon has them attack.
There was Patapon levels in
And if you string
Astrobot.
together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kibapon to the shield-savvy Tatepon, build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes.
Yeah, not for me. But I'm sure
Plus,
some people
new
like it. I
features
can't
have been
stand
added,
the
so you can
the
advance to
voices
the beat
of the
of your own
singing.
drum. Lead the Patapons and march forth when Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch July 11th. Welcome to Zephyr Town, a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Oh, is this Fantasy Life? Finally? Oh, Story of Seasons. Grand
First
Bazaar.
cropping up on the Nintendo DS system, this immersive farming and life sim has no shortage of activities to get up to.
You must be the new farmer.
Tend to your farm
Farming
while growing crops
/ life
and
sim
caring
number
for
one.
animals. Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly bazaar. As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone. Plus, taking advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions can make travel and other tasks a breeze.
Here we go!
The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 27th.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series. Next,
Never played any
please
of
take a
them.
look at this.
I feel like this game is gonna have a better mode on the Switch too.
This
Sometimes when I
is
see
the
like the
unknown planet
Switch's
Euros.
graphics now, it looks like they're going backwards.
Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward. She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
I hope after this long too, I hope it's like better than all the other
As
Metroid
she
Prime
explores
games.
the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus
Psychic
to operate
Samus?
mechanisms and to open doors.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind.
Ooh, bullet time.
But why
Or
were
wait,
these powers bestowed
not
upon
bullet
Samus?
time. It's a thing where you can like curve bullets.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
It's a very gorgeous game, like it's colorful.
It looks
Pretty
like even more
interesting looking
challenges
suit.
await Samus. We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic abilities. Okay, let's move on to some more headlines.
Ready to stir up some mischief? Once upon a time, there was a drab coffee shop
Probably
that
not.
transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest potionista of the Cursed Cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney villains and get to know them in a
Look
new
at
light.
Jafar.
Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from
Gaston
Yzma,
looks like he's getting
you
ready to go
can
play
upgrade
golf.
your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations. The potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play.
Who's this for?
Who knows what mischief might happen? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
What a cool stealth drop.
Summon a spellbinding adventure. Welcome to Witchbrook College, where students strive to master the magical arts. During class, use magic circles to perform rituals, fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from witch in training to skilled spellcaster. There's also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes. Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op. Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Okay, can we see some
Action,
good games
adventure,
now
and arcade games await.
that we haven't seen
Set
before?
off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and
kinda
wonder
cool. Looks
collide.
like, Cuphead.
Upgrade your trusty cane with
That
magical parts.
1930s
Then use its abilities to
and
find
40s
your own
style
path
of
through the
animation.
enchanting world. Can you uncover the secrets the archipelago holds? Find out when The Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of
kinda cool.
Gradius with a collection of arcade
Gradius.
shoot-'em-up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius,
I've been a
Salamander,
Gradius fan. It's not
Light
bad.
Force, Gradius 2,
Wow, did you see that
Gradius 3,
slowdown? I hope
and
that's not really in the
Salamander 2.
game.
Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3. Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 7th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Battle
more
to the
interested
beat
in a
in Rift
Darius
of the Necro
collection.
Dancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remix stages, and global leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necro Dancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Let's see what's in store.
Hello Kitty? Oh,
Welcome to
Wait, what is this?
Tamagotchi Plaza,
Tamagotchi?
a brand new entry in the Tamagotchi
Wow.
Connection series. There are stores
oh, it's
galore.
Tamagotchi.
Design glasses at the eyewear shop.
Everyone was wrong.
Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates at the afternoon
Yay!
tea shop.
You can clean your friend's teeth.
12 wonderful stores need your help. Provide good customer service to get high ratings and upgrade each shop. In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before. With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure to be booming. Get ready to set up shop when Tamagotchi Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th.
More Pikachu stuff.
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City. Scattered all over town are wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city. You can catch Pokemon here. But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops. People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale. Trainers await in battle zones.
Is this game going to be called Pokemon
If you're
ZA
spotted, they'll
in
challenge you to
Europe?
battle. Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack. During battles, using a super effective move at the right moment is key. And with Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can power up even more. You'll start at rank Z and work your way up to rank A. Trainers who reach the top are said to have
And
a wish
this
granted.
last 8 minutes better be.
Day and night are two sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your
It's
adventure?
like they're literally showing us just a couple
Pokemon
farming
Legends
sims that we haven't
ZA
heard of
launches on
that
Nintendo
none of us
Switch
can
later this
tell the
year.
difference between. And then they're giving us all titles that
Lumio City,
they're just giving
where the game is
updates on
set,
titles we've
the
already
aura
seen.
transforms between day and night. It seems there are even more secrets
But
to
next
uncover.
week we got
Please
Switch
be on the
2,
lookout
so.
for more information in the future. Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there. Boop. The game you're about to see boop, doesn't have a big, epic story. Boop. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games. Boop. You wanna see? Boop.
Wait, Rhythm Heaven?
Just press the button to jump through the ring. Boop. It sounds easy. But the timing is super tricky. Boop. Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm. In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm. With practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series,
Hey,
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
that's gonna be that's a kind of a big deal.
That was
I never
Rhythm
was
Heaven
into them,
Groove,
but yeah,
a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven
might be
series.
fun to try one out.
It includes
I was gonna
lots of
get the
music
one on the Wii and I
produced
just
by
never got
renowned
it.
Japanese musician Tsunku. What kinds of rhythms do you think you'll hear? We hope you're looking forward to it. Next, we have news about the use
It's like
of digital games
WarioWare,
on your
but with
system.
music.
Please take a look.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games. When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
Land your plane.
If you have 2 Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to 2 systems. Local communication with your second system
Up
is
to 2
required,
systems.
but only the first time. You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to. And you're done. They can now play on their own system.
I could only see that being helpful if
You
you
can only
have
lend
families
one
that are
game at a
not
time
near
to a
you, and if
particular
you
person.
don't have the same games.
Games can be lent out
Which,
for 2 weeks.
this is a little
after
late in the
which they will
system's
automatically
life to
return
do
to
that.
you. Making digital games even easier to use. Virtual Game Card.
Could also just buy physical and then
Virtual
just give
game
them the
card
physical
feature
card.
lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April. Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
That was a waste of like 7 minutes. 6 or 7 minutes. Did they really feel like they needed a direct for this? They could have just posted these trailers. There's Animal Crossing
Uncover
RPG.
history once more. An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing on to Nintendo Switch.
Saga
Meet
Frontier
Gustav,
2.
the Royal Heir, and Will the Explorer. 2 heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG. Experience the original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale. Plus, team up with more characters in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system.
Never was big into the Saga series.
After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await. Embark on peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow People. A different journey awaits in Monument
Crow
Valley 2.
People?
Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first two Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. And help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
I never heard of the first two. A golf game.
A brand new entry in the
What is this,
Everybody's
swing away
Golf
golf?
series is
Oh,
driving
Everybody's
onto
Golf.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch.
Hot Shots golf.
Aim, time your button press just right, and take your shot.
Basically, anime
Perform backspins
PlayStation version
Side
of Mario
spins.
Golf.
and other special shots. In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots lands on Nintendo Switch this year. Unite some of Marvel's greatest
Cap.
superheroes in the fight against evil.
Hey, look at
Pair
that.
up
It's
2
Steve
heroes
Rogers.
from the roster of 15, including the likes of the spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine to take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial aces, you can mix and match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take
Like a
advantage
new
of your
beat 'em up
team's
with
strengths
Marvel.
to
Okay.
overwhelm your foes. Plus,
Storm.
up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this holiday.
Okay. Looks
That
kinda
was
cool.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game
Did
announcement.
I read it
Please take a
wrong?
look.
I'm a buckle. Tornadoes saw Hanji Boston yesterday.
How
Is this like
refreshing.
another me game?
Hiya. Tomodachi life. Living the dream.
I think we could have done without this direct.
Aw. Glad that was only a dream.
That was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, the first new entry in the series in over 10 years. In the trailer, we saw me characters living on an island out at sea. What kinds of
I thought that
interactions do you
chick
think they'll
farted
have?
while she was sleeping.
We hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so far. Our final announcement is something a little different that's not a game. Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's
Zelda
Nintendo
movie.
Direct. Since 2011,
Mario 2
Nintendo
movie.
Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch. Thank you all very much. We'll continue
And
to
we're going to
broadcast
cancel
Nintendo
them.
Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today, which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day. After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well. Nintendo Today will be available to download on smart devices later today. Anyone with a Nintendo account can use the app, so please try it out. That's all I have to share. I hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay, farming. I can't put my hand down that low, so it's as low as I can go. Here's the farming direct. This is this one. Right there. See that little movement? This is this direct. This is the farming direct. I mean, it's probably honestly just right where the other one was. I think a couple trailers would have sufficed. But I guess they're really trying to get people to take interest in the Switch 2. They're like, hey, if you thought this sucked, just wait until next week. Or if you thought this was good. Oh, gosh. The comments. Best direct ever. Five out of 10. Let's slow down there. Let's slow down there. Oh, man. Well, that was stupid. I wanna see some of the reactions. Maximilian, dude. The stream has ended. What about Adam Cole, baby? It goes straight to an ad with people laughing. Yeah, that's appropriate. Mitch? Oh, sorry about the language. Wow. Wow. I think honestly the Super Nintendo and the Super Nintendo World and the Mario movie directs were more entertaining. That was... So, do you remember I don't know if you do remember, but you remember like a couple years ago maybe when they did the direct when there was like 10 farming simulator games in it? Okay. Well, that was the worst by far. This was probably just above that. Like, this was a waste of time. They could have just put... I honestly, I don't see any of the stuff they showed other than Metroid Prime 4, which we already have known about for 7 years or something, 6 or 7 years.
7 years?
It's been a long time. It's probably been more like 5, but it's still been long enough where everyone's known about it. So they showed some more footage of that, so that was cool. Couple re-releases for the Switch. Wow.
I did my hair kind of cute. It's supposed to ring. Goodbye. See you later. Who cares? It's just a thing. Move on.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just laughing at it. It's embarrassing.
I'm making a face like, oh, so terrible. Like, who cares?
No, making a face like, that was it?
There's a lot of people out there that are probably excited for those things, so it's for them. Don't worry about it. You get next week. This is their week. Will you be nice to Garrett? He's very needy right now. I just gave him some food with tuna.
Oh, sweet. I got a gifted sub for Mitch's stream. Best Mario 3 player in the world. Okay, well, moving right along. I'll be back in a little bit for some Monster Hunter, some actual good content. cannot find this link. Due to inactivity, huh?
I'll be waiting here.
Fine, we'll give it a minute. Oh, I look for this. This is ridiculous. This should just be readily available.
Trying to sign into the freaking NSO app, and it's like, who does it? And I just literally changed it. If I pet him.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Oh. Ready again. Excuse me, do you know where I can find the pigskin sports bar?
Do I have a victory sign on my back?
Well, I found it. Sweet. All right. Sorry for the delay, guys. If anyone's there.
others. Yes. Let's have another hunt with no surprises today. A tempered monster! Look at the size of that scar! I'll put the materials I gathered in your item box.
Hi. All time someone came in. Yeah, Rhythm Heaven is probably the coolest thing out of all of them. Strong werewolf. God. Yeah, that made no sense to me. Come on, a little bit closer. Uh-oh. Please step into the trap. Please step into the trap. Thank God. Oh, I'm scared. Just kept jumping over it.
This is a rare research opportunity.
Oh my gosh. It's close.
Oh yeah, and Samus was a Jedi now.
Telekinesis. Telekinesis, not force. That was one of the directs of all time. I did a reaction stream to it, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have.
When it started out, the first edition was Dragon Quest, and that already gave me a sign that was like, alright, this is gonna be much.
What did you think of the last thing?
Tomodachi Life?
Yeah.
Freaking. Of course I'm excited for that. But I was more happy for Alex's sake.
Yeah. So I figured Alex and I've heard other people talk about it.
He's long since been wanting, of course.
Well, what can I do?
I will, thanks. I don't know how you come up with this stuff. Well, thanks. You always know just what I need, before I even know I need it.
Series is so fun. And there reminds me of Mario where a lot of the games on for the meta have the same like art style.
Oh, you're stuck with me. Don't worry.
I had my the minute to recognize it my island.
Plunder ring. I wonder what that does. Guessing a boomerang that plunders goods.
You keeping stocked? So, what you need today?
I think they could have just put some of those games in a trailer. Just put them online. Didn't need to do a direct for that. And that digital card thing, like, what? It's like you can transfer your digital games between Switches. Like, can you not do that already? I thought you could just access your Nintendo account. I guess it just makes it a little easier or something.
And you can lend it to someone.
Yeah, for 14 days, and then they get it back, and you get it back immediately after 14 days.
I mean, it's better than lending a game to someone and then they move away and you never get it back.
Yeah, but like, why can you not determine the amount of time they get it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like, what? And I even made a comment when I did my reaction thing. I was like, or you could just lend them your physical game for as long as they need it. Like, what? I don't know, just a lot of weird stuff in that. Ugh. Morning. Well, my source was right about the Nintendo Direct. However, the Direct was... Yeah, that. It was one of the Directs of all time. I'd probably put it just above... And I'm basing this score on my reaction to all the titles, because I think about like other people, like, you know, oh, they'd like this or whatever, but I don't know. I put it just above the farming Direct.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like the farming.
There weren't a bunch of cozy farm simulator games?
Oh, there were plenty of them, but not as many as the farming Direct.
Yeah, that one Direct had like 4 games.
This one definitely had some. But it was a lot of games.
In recent years, Super Mario RPG and Super Mario.
Yeah.
Like, and that one I went in that one like not really expecting anything.
Yeah, this one had like a lot of stuff we already knew about. A couple surprises.
I wouldn't like. Were they Switch games or like Switch 2 games?
Switch. Switch 2 we won't hear anything about until next week. But yeah, so there was...
Cause like, whatever we see next week, there'll probably be some stuff that's coming out. Next week, for sure.
Yeah, so, the things they announced, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake, which we already knew that. Another AI, the Somnium Files game. If you like that kind of stuff, it's puzzle-related stuff. They're remaking... I forgot what the game was called. I don't think it was called Rido. But it's a Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner game. I think it was on the PS2. It's like a guy that looks like he's wearing like a cap and like a... He looks like a mail carrier, like or a police officer or something. Yeah. Shadow Labyrinth, I feel like might surprise some people. It's basically a modern day retelling of Pac-Man.
Yeah, that thing.
It's like a Metroidvania, but your familiar is Pac-Man, basically.
What was that platformer with the like old guy?
Yeah, that looked kind of interesting. Eternal Life of Goldman. Yeah, it was basically Cuphead, but you're like an old man, and it's like a platformer. They're remaking Patapon 1 and 2 for the Switch, the PSP games. A new Story of Seasons game, so there's your farming simulator. They showed more Metroid Prime 4. I asked the question, who the heck is this for on this next one? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe.
Yeah.
I can't see, like, I'm like thinking, who is this for? I can't see anybody.
They were really in the freaking the meeting room saying, "All right, we gotta come up with a new Disney game soon, guys. Like, we're running out of ideas. But guys, we need something. We need something right now." And the first guy raises their hand. It's like, this is something I've been like working on for the past like month and a half. I really think this will make us a lot of dough. Right? So imagine you're a bartender, right? Yeah, you're just a bartender in a magical cafe. They serve the villains. Dude, Joe, that's amazing. Write that down. Write that down.
Like, you make potion drinks for bad guys from the Disney universe. Just like, what? Another farming sim type game or life sim, Witchbrook. Gradius collection. I mean, the plus side, it is done by M2. Like, M2 is the company you want doing your collections, because they do the best job.
What else did they do?
M2 does, like, anytime there's, like, classic collections or emulators or whatever, like, if they did, like, the Sega Genesis Mini or whatever, like, anytime they're doing emulation or porting,
They did like the Cowabunga collection.
probably, yeah. Like, you want them on your game if you're doing any type of emulation, because they're very good at it. And a Rift of the Necro Dancer, so a rhythm game, which I thought was already out, but maybe not. A new Tamagotchi game that's Animal Crossing with Tamagotchi. They showed some.
That old guy that was breakdancing.
Yeah, they showed some more off from Pokemon Legends ZA. This was the star of the show, Rhythm Heaven Groove. So, new Rhythm Heaven game. But it's not coming out until like 2026, I think.
Yeah.
High on Life, Star Overdrive, games we've already known about. The Wandering Village, Fantasy Life, The Girl Who Steals Time, the game that was announced like 3 years ago. It's supposed to be like the next Animal Crossing-like game mixed with RPG. They're remastering Saga Frontier 2, and in my opinion... Yeah, and it looks... In my opinion, it looks worse than Saga Frontier 1's remaster. Like, it looks like they didn't remaster anything. Puzzle...
I played Saga Frontier 1 on PS4.
Yeah, same.
I never played.
Monument Valley 1 and 2 and 3 are coming out. I didn't know what those are. They're apparently just puzzle games. They're porting over Everybody's Golf to the Switch, which was like PlayStation's Mario Golf. So I don't know why you would want that if you already have Mario Golf. Marvel Cosmic Invasion looked kind of cool. It's the next...
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it's Marvel. Looks kind of cool. Tomodachi Life, another Animal Crossing-esque game that I thought Alex would be excited about. And then we got two major announcements that have nothing to do with new games.
Nothing at all.
So the first is the virtual game card. So you can purchase virtual games, or you can download digital games, not buy the physical copy. You can download digital games, and you can turn them into a virtual physical copy, if that makes any sense at all. And if you have up to 2 Switches, you can transfer your games between Switches, which I thought you could already do. but this just streamlines it a little bit more. And if you have people on your family account, you can let them borrow your game for exactly 14 days. And then after that 14-day period expires, the game just deletes off their console and goes back to you. I don't know who that's for, but that was one of the weirder... Yeah, that was one of the weirder ones. And then the new one is basically Nintendo saying that they're going to have an app that you can look at Nintendo news on. So, basically Twitter X, but their own app. Where they'll share their directs and everything, all the news, and it's like a calendar. So, whatever.
Did you play the Count or Shredder's Revenge?
I own it and I played a little bit. I haven't finished it though.
I played through it when I had
And I pre-ordered Power Rangers Rita's Rewind, so that should be here. I don't know when it comes out, probably next month or May. And I also pre-ordered from Canada because if you spend $80, well, technically if you spend 80 Canadian dollars, it's free shipping, but you only need to spend like 55 or 60 US dollars converted to Canada that makes the shipping free. So I added Suikoden 1 and 2 for PS5. So I would really like to own a physical... I always wanted to own a physical copy of Suikoden 2, and now I can. Suikoden 2 is like probably one of, if you asked people to make you a list of the PlayStation era best RPGs of all time, Suikoden 2 would probably be at the top. Not literally number 1, but it would be in the top 10 with like Final Fantasy 7, 9, Legend of Dragoon, Xenogears, stuff like that. Star Ocean 2. It was like a very, very awesome RPG for its time. And you can recruit like you thought Final Fantasy 6 had a lot of characters? Oh no. Oh, does it? How many does that one have?
I think Suikoden.
I give it like the direct like a 2 or 3 out of 10. I was gonna give it a... after I thought about the games that were in it there, because there was some stuff in it that was like, okay. I didn't pop off for anything, so that's why I was gonna say I was gonna give it a rating based on how my reactions were. And the most excited I got probably was like, oh, okay. That's cool. That was like the highlight. So in Suikoden 1 you can get 108 characters. Yeah. 140. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a squirrel party build in Suikoden 2. I'm gonna have an army of squirrels. I really wish they would put Suikoden 3 on, because I know it's not a great game. I think, well, including there's like DS ones and stuff like that too, but mainline, I think there's 5. And I watched a tier list thing with all the games, and Suikoden 5 is apparently like near the top of the list. Like the guy that was a lifelong Suikoden fan rated them The top 3 were 2, 5, and 1, I think. Should have enough materials now to make some werewolf armor.
Yep.
Did you make that?
Anything catch your eye?
I just got to the kind of late game part of the game, and I don't fully understand things. Like, there was a monster I wanted to hunt, but he wasn't there. So do I need to like go to sleep and change the time of day or something?
Possibly, yeah. You can do that, I think, once you get into, high rank. Man, even the bone weapon is getting pretty decent. I mean, it has no element or affinity, but it's like stays sharper a lot longer. Yeah, I was thinking something Jim Carrey. I don't know, I want something like goofy, but I didn't know which Jim Carrey movie. So I looked for quite a while, and I ended up actually finding the extended edition of Ace Ventura, the first Pet Detective movie. So that's an option. Liar Liar, but that one is kind of like not one of my top favorites because Jim Carrey like overacts the heck out of that movie. Like if Fishmark wanted an acting class on overacting, that would be the one to watch. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to watch Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, so I was like, you gotta watch the first one first. Just like I wanted to watch Wayne's World 2, but you can't watch the second one without the first one. I really don't like The Mask as much as everybody else does. I don't know why. People just kept... I think it's because when I was growing up, like, every time it came on, like, someone in my house turned it on the TV, and I was just like... I just think he looks stupid. Like, Jim Carrey has a look to him, like, when he's Ace Ventura, you know, and a couple of his other characters, but, like, in that one, he's, like, a creepy, green-headed cartoon mobster. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to be. And that movie, weirdly, too, is like... It's not, but it looks like a period piece. Like, it looks like a 1940s kind of style. I'm pretty sure it takes place in modern day. Yeah, it has to. But it, like, it doesn't look like it. A lot of brass music in it and stuff like that, and like the zoot suit. I have so many freaking side quests in Monster Hunter. Trying to make a new weapon, but I mean, I guess I could just make the one I have now, but just upgrade it. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Ooh, it has blue sharpness.
Hey, how does the sharpness color
I think it goes from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, to purple, I think, to white. Yeah, same for mine right now. The highest I see is blue. I don't have any of the purple weapons unlocked yet. Like, I have no materials to even look at them. But that means I'd have to fight more ebony autogarons. I freaking hate fighting that thing. Alone, at least. I don't like fighting it alone. If I had some help, I'd be on it. It has offensive guard level 3. Attack plus 15% while active.
So how big are the spiders?
Probably, I don't know, probably the size of, like, real world, like of like a grizzly bear. They're big, like they tower over you, but they're not like so big to where you can't hit them.
See you later.
Dang, it is already 11:30 too. I talked to Kane about it yesterday. I don't know if anybody would be interested. I read up on Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles as a 4-player multiplayer game for us. They did fix quite a few of the problems, but they didn't fix all of them. So it says that... Where's the thing? Yeah, that might... I don't know. Yeah. I mean, people do it with Mario Party all the time. So, before... when it first came out, you could basically only go through the story on one person's thing. Which that was kind of the charm of the original. The original, like, it made it to where you were on the journey together in the caravan, and then at the end of the season you would go to your village, your hometown village, and you would be able, like if your friend's family was a blacksmith, you could go to them and have things made. If another person was like a gardener or whatever, like, you could get fruits and veggies and stuff from them. So you would have a set of people, which I'm assuming you still do, because they can't just make it to where you can't access that stuff. But you were all in the same village together, and you were going out as a caravan, like on a pilgrimage, like every year.
Same.
Yeah, and then when it first came out, you could only do one person's story at a time, and you would have to basically just join in whenever someone would go into a like a fight. Kind of how Monster Hunter is now. Like, you can go into a quest and you can see, like, I can see Vile fighting something and I can drop in and help him fight it, and that was pretty much it. Like, you could drop in on the level and just go through the level with everybody, and you would split the treasure, which that was one of the plus sides. So in the original, everybody had to split everything. That pissed us all off because we would be like fighting over who got pockets, because pockets are a hot commodity, because you can hold more things, and then like certain materials you needed for weapons, we were always fighting over those. When it came back out for the remake, they made it to where everybody gets their pick of everything, I believe. So like if something drops on the ground, like everybody can pick it up.
Instead of each.
Yes. So you don't.
Like on the original, because like they had the fit.
Yeah, you could pick something up and then someone would be like, oh, I need that. You could hold on to it and leverage and be like, well, I'll trade you this for that. And it was just stupid. It wasn't working together. And then what would happen when the remake first came out is after the boss fight, it would just be like, okay, what reward do you want? Everybody would pick their reward, and then it would just separate everybody. And then you'd have to wait for the person to go into another area and then bring them in. The update, they made keeping a lobby together easier. So you can switch dungeons in the post-dungeon screen without having to disband the party. So that's a big plus over from when me and GQ were playing it. They fixed a number of bugs that affected players' chalice when entering another player's session. Because sometimes, like, you couldn't touch the chalice or something. So it's better in some ways with the drops, and you can stay in a party now. But it's still not to the point of where the GameCube version was, where you each had a Game Boy Advance and that was your menu screen. But I played it with a couple people, and I played it with another friend of mine that we played occasionally together when on the GameCube version, and we still had fun. So the way I thought, if everybody was like down to play it and try it out, is what we would do is go through like a season and then switch over to another person's story season and then go through that. But Kane and I looked up some stuff yesterday, and apparently if you get the free version, you can play through, what was it, 3 levels? Yeah. And then...
If someone owns the game, you can play through.
Yeah. Which I own it on the Switch. But, I may consider rebuying it, because it's cross-platform, so you can actually get it on PC, Switch, or PS4, or PS5. Yeah, or cell phone. I don't know why you'd want to...
I don't know if it's on PC.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I remember I saw it. So yeah, not iPhone.
Oh, maybe they didn't. Okay, yeah. For some reason I thought it was PC, but yeah, it's Switch and PS4 and PS5. And Android. But they did add new stuff too, so the game now has like extra levels and bosses and stuff like that. So it's not literally just a one-to-one remake. But there is fun to be had. Especially like the casting the spells and stuff, like that's really cool. Like you get spell rings and you can charge it and stuff like that. And then the one thing, to join a friends game, players need to be registered as friends, not just followers. Because there's like followers in it. And if you're friends, it's a lot easier to keep your group together.
gentlemen, it seems the direct has arrived and gone. By now, unfortunately for me, only 2 games caught my interest.
Was it the first
Well,
game?
3.
Yep. The
Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 HD to the remake. Oh, and they also had Marvel Comics Invasion.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Made by the 6 geniuses .ML. Final one, Tamagotchi Life is back with a new entry in almost 10 years. Of course, he showed us the teaser, but that's not important.
Yeah, I thought it was like
What the strange left turn was Disney villain's cursed cafe.
Yeah, I don't see who that game is for.
That gets the blue ribbon.
Feels like an indie. Seems like Disney had an indie developer made this. But never mind that strange nonsense. Tamagotchi Life, living the dream. And strangely enough, they were making, and there was a golf game nobody asked for. Everybody's golf, hot shot.
Yeah, the game's already. I'm pretty sure that's just a port of the one from the PS5.
Yeah, which makes no sense because the Switch has inferior technology to the heavy-hitting PS5.
I can feel the quotation marks from all the way from Canada. Like you really flex the index and middle fingers there.
And those are my thoughts on the direct. So, what's on the agenda today?
Don't know. Probably watch the first Ace Ventura movie is what I'm leaning towards, and then eat some lunch, and then we're thinking about potentially playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, or trying it at least, to see how it is. Yeah, well, apparently there's a free version you can download if you like a demo, kind of, and if a person has the game, which I do, you can play through more levels, and I'm guessing it saves your progress. I would need to look that up, but it is on sale. I don't think it's on sale on the Switch in America, at least. It's not. But on the PS4 and PS5, it is on sale. For us in America, it's $12, which is pretty good. The game by itself was $30 when it was brand new. That's the thing too. Like a lot of people said, you know, it wasn't worth it or whatever. It's like $30 isn't bad for what you get. You get a lot of game.
I wish we'd get like more games like that.
Yeah, like the game is like the only inconvenience is that you can only progress through the host's story. And I don't know if it shows you the host's story or whatever. Like, I don't know if you sit in a lobby and wait until the story part's over and then you move on, or how that works. But,
I guess you could play the game myself.
yeah. Because I didn't play very long, but back then it kind of sucked because you had to just join in whenever someone was in a stage. That was really frustrating. But now you apparently don't need to disband. I'm reading like this gigantic synopsis on it. The way this new multiplayer works is removed a large... And this is the before they did the update. So I need to keep that in mind too. Large portion of still 4-player co-op, 1-person host. What?
Never mind.
Yep. What are we making today?
4-player co-op, 1-person host, up to 3 others join. They make their own characters on their own save files in their own towns to join you with. The only time you even see each other's characters is in dungeons. I don't know if they updated that, but yeah, because you can apparently travel together now. They thought that if they focused on giving us co-op combat, that we'd be happy. The only person that progresses plot-wise is the host. You have to play individually to experience the story, meaning that your characters...
Hold on!
Yes?
There was something else that caught my attention.
Oh.
Pokemon ZA, Nintendo Direct.
We already...
I'm not sure which timeline that said it. Because I can tell, but from the sound of things, it seems to be before X and Y.
Is it before or after?
I mean, I would guess after, because Z comes after X and Y, but it's in the same world. They did say that. You have to play individually to experience the story, meaning that your character is the only one in cutscenes now. They can't accompany you into the towns or anything. I'm fairly certain this is to encourage each other player to buy another copy for themselves to experience these parts of the game.
Well, that's not looking good.
Well, it's just the way they changed it, because I don't see how a hub world wouldn't have worked. But, okay, so there were times I remember when we were playing on GameCube, because there weren't just 4 of us. There was like probably 6 of us. And so we would journey together occasionally, and then sometimes we wouldn't. Yeah, I don't remember how the link worked exactly, but I just remember you were all together in the same town. So if your friends want to experience the story, not only do they have to do it alone, but if you were all wanting to progress together, you will have to play through each dungeon 4 times, reforming your party between each time. Your caravan doesn't exist outside the host. You have to travel alone to witness the events and run errands in town. This, alongside having to regroup after every single dungeon. See, they fixed that now. That's better now. Just takes away so much of what me and my family loved. I don't mean to trash talk one of my favorite childhood games so hard, so I'll point out a few positives of the remaster. On the plus side, you can join mid-dungeon. Okay, yeah, you couldn't do that in the original. I'd prefer to have everyone at the start, same. Along with that, only one person, the host, needs to actually own the game. If you download the demo version, you can play online with someone who has the full game and run those endgame dungeons with them, but demo users will be restricted to the first 3 or so dungeons if they want to see the story or the different cities. While it's nice for demo users to play through endgame dungeons without buying a copy for themselves, I feel like these features may have been intentionally cut so as to pressure demo players into buying additional copies for themselves. Wonder how difficult it would be to remedy these issues, or if they even would, should enough fans get upset over these missing features. So yeah, they did fix some stuff. Let me see if I can find the exact fixes.
I'll be back later. My internet's been kind of
Okay. Huh. It actually says the AI answer on Google says, for Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle online multiplayer fixes, consider using custom version of Dolphin called Ishiruka and ensure all participants have the same resolution, as well as using the provided Dolphin and VBA Virtual Boy Advance emulators in their package, and disabling dual core if experiencing freezes. So there is a way where you can basically use multiple emulators and use the Dolphin emulator to play the original way. Okay, so they've made keeping the lobby together easier since you can now switch dungeons and post-dungeon screen without having to disband the party. They've also fixed a number of bugs that affects players' chalices when entering another player's sessions. You visit towns and progress through the story components solo. There is a story. I wouldn't call it much of a story. It's more just like, yay, we saved our town for another year. And then at the end, you would, everybody would get a letter or whatever from their parents in their hometown, and they would, like, give you a gift. So now it's like, you can still travel together, but if you want to see, like, the story mode, we would have to, if everybody cared to do that, everybody would have to host. Yeah. But like I said, the story mode is, there is one. It's one of the weaker Final Fantasy stories. It's like you get interrupted on your travels, like if you're walking down a road or whatever, you might see some jerk trying to like panhandle people or something like that. But you still keep all of your stuff, so you don't play through, like if I were to host and you guys played through like 15 dungeons with me or 15 levels, you wouldn't go on to your game and then be like, oh, all your progress is gone. Like, it wouldn't be like that. The question that I'm wondering is, does it show you guys the story mode if a person hosts? That's what I want to know. Like, so do you see the cutscenes and stuff like that? Because if that's the case, then yeah, we could just, like, have one person host and then just play through the dungeon parts together. and the only thing we would be missing would be our co-op hometown.
Right. Alright, I need to be right back maybe for an hour. I have a phone appointment coming up.
Oh, okay. We'll do the movie then, I guess. I wasn't sure about that. So what are your thoughts on it, Vile? Crystal Chronicles. Yeah, it's there's pluses and downsides to it. The GameCube one was definitely more streamlined, but I mean the amount of stuff you had to have was insane. Like you had to have 4 link cables, a GameCube, and 4 Game Boy Advances. So you used your Game Boy Advance as your controller on the GameCube, and you all had to stay on the same screen. But you had the same town, and you progressed through the story together. This one, they added levels, bosses, new weapons, and stuff like that, so they made the game bigger, but only the host can progress through the story. But everybody can also do it on their own. So it's basically like Monster Hunter, the way Monster Hunter is right now. Because you can't progress through the story in Monster Hunter together.
Okay, guys. Catch you later.
Okay, ooch.
Enjoy your father's fantasy.
I don't know that we're gonna play it, but
Oh, you don't.
yeah. Yeah, I suppose what we could do is because I own the game, I could host if you guys get the free versions, and then we could try it and see if it's like, yeah, this could be fun, or if it's like, nah, this sucks. I'm just always on the lookout for games that we can do multiplayer, where everybody can be included. Interesting. This, I'm looking at GameFAQs, and this person said 3 months ago, the patch that allowed proper online play was a while ago. It's perfectly fine now. What does that mean? Yeah, I say we do that. I say you guys download, if you're interested, download the free versions, and then we could try it out that way. What am I gonna have for lunch today?
Okay, let's crack a few ancient mysteries. Anything catch your eye? Hello. Hello. Got something in mind?